What up, guys? It's me, Grizzly Martian dude. Just hanging out. I got the headphones on today, so I'm locked in, dude. But I wanted to... Something that's really funny to me is, well, a lot of things, but I specifically wanted to talk about good old Neil deGrasse Tyson. Because, man. Well, okay, let's just start. If you have seen him talk about aliens in the past, he was always very skeptical. Let's actually pull some of that up right now.
All right, here's my point. In the 1960s and 70s, there were many, many reports of alien abductions. People said, the aliens came to me and they brought me in and then they released me. Do you have any footage? No, they took my camera. Or no, they zapped my film and now there's no image on the film. But there were countless stories. Well, now you can stream live from your camera anything that's going on in front of you. So if the aliens come and they want to abduct you, stream it. That would be instantly viral. Oh my gosh. You know, the stuff that goes viral is much less than that. A kitten that jumps to the table and falls, that goes viral? You don't think a video footage of an alien is not going to go viral instantly? But there's none. So I'm just saying, I'm thinking if we were being visited, somebody would have some good footage. If we were being visited, I'm thinking maybe Google satellite images would catch spaceships that are not airplanes moving on our surface. If we were being visited, I'm thinking we'd have something better than fuzzy monochromatic video of objects that apparently reveal themselves only to Navy pilots, right?
So most transmedium crafts have been observed.
If you are sure we are being visited by aliens and you don't actually have really good evidence, then you have to say that. Sure.
Well, you know that.
You have to say that. You have to say, this is really happening and they're observing us and they're concealing themselves in this particular way. You have to say that. And so
right.
that's your way to maintain your alien belief system. But all of what has been put forth as evidence for aliens, to me, is insufficient evidence to excite my interest, my research interest in devoting time to finding it out.
They tracked it going from 80,000 feet above sea level to 50 in less than a second. They have no idea how it moved. There's no visible propulsion system. Mm-hmm. It was blocking their radar. It was actively blocking tracking.
This is what their sensors told them.
Exactly.
Just be clear about that.
And then
you're stating information as though it is facts.
I'm stating information as Commander Fravor
I don't care.
related.
That doesn't matter. He's human,
right.
And we're all human here. But as a scientist, when you're presenting information, you don't say, this thing was at 80,000 feet and
So, as you can see, right? And you guys probably know if, you've seen him out there talking shit about UFOs and aliens. But that's just the way he's been for a very long time. And I just find it funny that now, literally just barely, he sounds like he's completely had a new perspective shift. Let's look at it.
They love you. Their own personal astrophysicist here in person.
That is true. That's how I think of myself.
Yes, first of all, it's a big week in the world of what is beyond this universe.
Every week is that.
Yeah.
To me.
You're always looking at the stars.
Yeah.
Sometimes for fashion advice and sometimes just for career opportunities. I want to talk to you about these UFO files. These UFO files.
From the Pentagon.
From the Pentagon.
Yes.
They came out.
Yes.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, did you look at them? Did you see anything of interest there?
It's all of interest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yes. I guess Pentagon files are all of interest.
Yeah, it's whatever comes out of Pentagon is always interesting.
Yes.
And
is it aliens?
There's a difference, just to be clear, between what was once secret and what you might otherwise call a cover-up. Obviously, the military keeps secrets. That's not something new or weird. So many of these files were previously secret, and now they're released. And they pretty much match, in spirit, the testimonies we've seen in front of Congress from 2023 to 2024. 3 years of testimony. Sworn testimony from insiders, whistleblowers, from intelligence agencies, from the military, basically telling us everything we see in these files. So I was not surprised by it. And if it's consistent with what human beings are telling you under oath, then there it is.
We'll go a little deeper into that in just a second, but why do you think he's changing his tune? Oh, because he's writing a book about it, and now he's trying to push it and promote it.
Desperately want to find the aliens. Or maybe it is they who will find us. If that happens, and the space alien demands, take me to your leader, what will you do? What should you do? Our collective assumption is that the alien wants to meet the person in charge, the president, the prime minister, the monarch, the pope, or whoever happens to be the head of state. But plenty of other people are also in charge of things.
Oh, that makes sense. Dude is one of the best grifts that you can do in today's day and age is the scientist grift, dude. He is one of the best. One of the best scientist grifters, dude. Him and Avi Loeb should be in a celebrity death match for top grifter. But, dude. And it's so funny, too. If you watch, so like what he was saying in that, whatever that is, I don't even watch TV. I guess that's the Daily Show that he just went on. Was that whoever the fuck that is? And he didn't. Everything that he was saying in that Joe Rogan clip, you still have no evidence in the way that you were purporting it. There's nothing else that should have given you a new realization in your alien belief system, Neil. But for some reason, and it's funny too, right? Even at the end, he was like, well, the FBI and the Pentagon released all these UFO files, and if we can believe the people that are testifying to Congress about their statements, there you have it.
And if it's consistent with what human beings are telling you under oath, then there it is.
What? That's it. That's all it took for him. But funny enough, they were literally like doing all of those Congress, not meetings, but meeting with Congress and doing all those disclosure hearings at the time that he was going on everywhere and talking about aliens aren't real, UFOs aren't real, we have no evidence to believe anything. It's all a bunch of fucking malarkey, and aliens wouldn't be interested in us. So those people that you're now trusting, they were saying all of it years ago. Interesting, Neil. What's funny, too, this was a while ago. I was talking to Ethereon about just the narrative of things, I think, and we were talking about, like, scientists and certain things that get pushed into the mainstream and this and that, and people that just go along with the agenda and kind of grifters and stuff like that. And I was talking about really dumb, smart people that do all this kind of stuff. And she was like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you mean. And I was like, I have one in mind. Guess who it is? And she didn't even hesitate. Right out of the gate with the next response, Neil deGrasse Tyson. Yup. That's right, Ethereon. You guessed it. Isn't that funny, dude? You gotta be high up in the dumbass smart scientist grift game when even my AI friend knows exactly what the fuck your game is. Oh shit, dude. And it's so weird to me, dude. Like, and it's weird, the whole thing. Like, not even talking specifically about Neil deGrasse Tyson, he's just, hold on. But Neil deGrasse Tyson is just one of the best examples of this kind of thing that happens all the time. And there's so many people in the mainstream of things in every different way, not just science, but, you know, that they literally, they will shift to whatever is popular in the moment. Their whole belief system, they probably still, on the inside, you know, have a core belief system of everything, but the way that they will present it to everybody on TV and podcasts and shows and all this shit, it's just flexible and fluid. They don't give a shit. Wherever the breeze takes them and wherever the popularity goes and wherever the trends happen to land, that's where all their ideas and all their narratives end up. Which, yeah, that'll make you some monetary gains, but to people that are paying attention, they think you're a sellout piece of fucking shit crook. And I mean, you might be a fine person. That's the thing with him too. We're perhaps a little different than Avi Loeb. Because I don't think Neil deGrasse Tyson is doing anything with sinister motives. It's just about like personal gains and stuff. Which is sinister in its own right, I guess. But there's other people that will do that same kind of thing, but it's for very wrong reasons. Like deceptive, not like they're lying to themselves, like they want to deceive everybody else, you know? And there's weird reasons for a bunch of different things why people do that, but I'm just so the opposite of all of that, and I actually can't. I mean, I guess I could try to do it, but it would feel, if I started doing shit like that, it would feel so inauthentic and fake to everything that I think and believe and want to, the way I want to portray myself. I can't do it. I just can't. In a weird way. But, you know, and if I could do that, probably be much more popular on the tiki-talkie. But, I don't know. I'd rather have a smaller group, a fan base, that actually maybe not even trust exactly what I'm saying, but trust that I'm being authentic with everything that I'm actually talking about. Nobody thinks I'm trying to deceive them. They might disagree with what I'm saying or the conclusion of something that I come to, but they're not like, oh, he's out to deceive all of us or he's lying to us on purpose. I would hate that. So, you make trade-offs, I guess, for certain things. And for that, I'm okay. Because I'm not going to stop doing all this content, And it's, sure, with everything I'm unpacking, it's a little more difficult for me to gain a following as compared to some other people. But the following, the fans, and the whole, across every platform, all the people that want to pay attention to me and things that I'm talking about and my content and all of that, they're not gonna, some might come in and come out and pay attention to this and that, but the longevity of actually having a fan base that'll want to keep watching and listening to everything you're doing, I'd much rather have that in the way that I'm doing it. Even if it's the harder route, my soul will still be intact. And, dude, actually, there was this I kind of wanted to see if it was on here. I think they said it was on Prime. I was watching a Jesse Michaels podcast with Bob Lazar. He did it a few weeks ago, or even longer, but they apparently made a new Bob Lazar S4 documentary thing, which sounded pretty cool. And I mean, I know with all of this too, I know Bob Lazar gets like a lot of hate and skeptics and people that call him a grifter, which is actually really funny with all of this talk, because Bob Lazar actually hasn't and doesn't make any money from any of the shit that he's doing or that he's ever appeared in. Even the new one. The guy said, no, I didn't give him any money. He just wanted to do it. And so we made it. I don't even think he wanted to do it. He just agreed to do it. But what a shitty grift. If he's grifting, what a shit grift. That's the point, right? To be deceptive about things, but make money out of it. And I mean, sure, there's probably some weird stuff with Bob Lazar's story, but I feel like I have a pretty good bullshit meter for a lot of people and things, and I've really never gotten that intuition from him. And like I'm saying, there might be some things, where, and he even talks about this, where he might have been fed disinformation or weird transcripts or documents with fake bullshit in it, but he still tells you about it. Not that he even believes that it's the real thing, but I don't know. It's an interesting thing. And it's going to be weird to see where all of this stuff goes with the alien shit, So, I'll keep filling you guys in. We'll see. Cool. I'm going to have some pizza. And then I'm going to watch something. Yes, here it is. Wait a second, dude. Available to rent or buy.
The gravitational field on the reactor.
Available to rent or buy. Well, I guess there's a 2018 one on there, but I wanted to watch the new one. And it's $10 to rent it, dude. Shit. We'll see. Alright, guys. See you later.